Hi, it's Dan here from Flexible, and oh my God, an any niche voice AI demo. This absolutely blew me away. Let's dive in and I'll explain why. This is what gets me so excited about the AI revolution. There is hundreds of millions of businesses owners on this planet. They know they need AI. They don't know what it is they need, and they don't know who can do it for them, okay? So what we've got here is a humongous opportunity to get AI in front of these business owners, impress them, and then be the person that delivers the solution. And up until now, that's been really hard to do, right? Like, how do you demo AI to a business owner? Well, things are changing, okay? We've developed what we call an any niche voice AI, which you can add on to any phone number and then send out to any client, any business owner you know, and it will amend itself to deal with that particular industry and niche of that business owner. So what we've got here is an opportunity to have one single phone number you can set up, put our any niche voice AI on it, and then send it out to your client list or people, you know, your mate down the pub, your next door neighbor, your cousin. This is the time that you can actually impress them with AI and be that person that can deliver this solution. And this thing is absolutely crazy. It works so well, okay? So I did a webinar yesterday, and we literally took people through from start to finish on how to build this from scratch with zero experience, okay? Very simple to do, very, very, very easy, super cheap, and it just works like crazy, okay? The problem is sometimes we went a little bit too fast, if I'm honest, inside this setup video. So what I've done is I've asked my team to create a step-by-step Google Doc, and it's in the description link, and you'll be able to follow that step-by-step if you're not that tech savvy, just like me. I'm rubbish at tech, okay? And sometimes people do move too fast. So you can either watch it and play along and build it as Graham and I did it yesterday, or you can slow down and use the Google Doc in the description link. But without further ado, guys, this is a huge opportunity. As I said, it's the first time ever that business owners are going to experience AI, and it's your responsibility to be able to get this any niche demo in front of them. Remember, it works for any niche. You only have to have one build on one number and then send it to all your clients, okay? And watch what happens. This is crazy, all right? I'll speak to you soon. So let's get started. First of all, Graham's joining me on the call today. Lots of you will know Mr. Connolly. How you going, buddy?
Not too bad.
He's my tech whiz, and actually, funnily enough, I can actually even do this. It's that simple. Some of this is such an easy thing to set up and get going. I can't wait to show you how cool this is today. Okay, I'm going to ask for some volunteers later on. Okay, so if you have done your homework as per the emails, and you want to be a volunteer, we'll get 5 volunteers later. Okay, all right. So this kind of all started for me probably about a month ago. I got that my brother's I spoke about him in my emails, right, and content, but my brother he runs coffee shops in London. He's got a franchise called not a franchise, he's franchising out. It's got a great little business called Urban Baristas, and they're in London. And if you're ever in London, you should go say hi, because they do good Aussie coffee in the UK, which is severely needed. But anyway, he messaged me on WhatsApp and said, bro, call this number, okay? And I called it, and he'd set up, and because he, you know, follows what I do, and he's a bit of an entrepreneur as well, he'd set up HighLevel. He bought HighLevel, and he'd set it up for one of his shops, right, to handle the inbound calls. And I was like, bro, like, this is just so cool, because someone that hasn't really got any tech skills, doesn't understand what we do in the AI automation space, has had the foresight to go through and set this up, right? And I tried to use I spoke into the phone, and I went back and forth with this AI, and it just blew me away. It was so good, right? And I was impressed with him, but what I was most impressed about, right, is that this thing sells itself. Okay, there's no need for VSLs, there's no need for landing pages, there's no need for anything, right? All you need to do is get people that you know who are business owners
to call a number, and then AI does the rest of the work for you, okay? So bro, call this number. If you can imprint anything into your brains today, is this little, you obviously you wouldn't call your client that you know a bro, but this kind of one page here, this one slide is all you need after you set up what we're going to teach you today, and we're going to do it on the call. All right. So what we're going to do, we've got a few numbers here, and we've only done it for the UK and the US. What I'm going to do is I'm going to pause, I'm going to turn the video off, and I'm going to turn the audio off. And for those of you in the US or the UK, I want you to dial these numbers, right? The problem that we're going to have is there's a ton of people on this call, so it may break, all right, because it's not designed to have like 300 people call it at the same time, I don't think, okay? So I'm going to switch off now. I'm going to leave these numbers up on the screen. Why don't you guys give them a go and see what happens? The worst, you know, as I said, 300 people calling at once, it might not work, but I want you guys to test this out to see what we're doing. Does that make sense, everyone? I'm going to come back in like 3 minutes. I'm just going to pause it. Okay. Did everyone kind of get through? Just type in and let me know if it worked or it kind of broke or whatever, right? Did it work? Oh my God, guys. It's incredible. It worked, but it was a bit delayed. Remember, this is for inbound calls, okay? This is for people, businesses that, you know, could be up on the roof installing a solar panel, or it could be from a med spa because they're doing the work on the client or whatever. This is for inbound calls, okay? So we don't try and trick the user, the person into thinking it's a real person. This is to replace the press 1 to do this, press 2 to do that, press 3 to do this type thing, okay? So just bear that in mind with what we're doing, but it's very, very, very cool. So you can imagine what I was feeling when my brother sent this to me. I'm like, this is a gold mine, all right? And I was thinking of what to say about this on this slide. And this is the first time, right, that a lot of these business owners that we deal with, or like on the planet, like any business on the planet, if you get this in front of them, it's going to be the first time they've ever experienced AI and how it can help their business. Does that make sense? We don't need to do anything apart from send the number to them, okay? This is a land grab, okay? And that's why I was so excited for you guys to come and do your homework before this call. Okay, what I wanted you to do is grab a list of people that you know are business owners, and that could be the person you know down the pub. It could be your current client list, your past client list, clients that you know you've messed up. It could be your next door neighbor. It could be your brother. I don't really care. Okay, what we want to do is get this number in front of these people, and we're going to show you how to set this up today. Okay, for inside your own high level, and you're going to have a number after this call that you can use for outreach to start landing clients straight away. Okay. All right. Okay. But this is the mistake that people make. And the solution that we've got for this is awesome. Okay. People move too slow, right? So what they do is they go, right, I have got a solar client, I've got an accountant client, and I've got a HVAC client, and I've got a tax rebate client. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to go in and I'm going to perfect the prompt, and I'm going to do one voice AI for every single business owner and prospect that I want to do it for, right? I want to make it perfect, all right? The problem is that you need to create a sub account for each client, and you get charged for each client. So I went to my team last week. I said, listen, we created this thing. It's called the Any Niche SMS AI bot. We created this about how long ago, Graham? About a year ago? More. Maybe a year ago. And it was awesome because we could send this as a demo to any client, and it would rewrite its own prompt and give a specific experience for that particular niche. And it was freaking awesome. All right. So what we thought is, why don't we do this for voice AI as well. So you guys on the call today can go through and create a single number for your country, and you can send this out to all of your clients, and this will impress the shit out of every single one of the clients from just one phone number and just one prompt. Does that make sense, everyone? And by the way, Smales just said it sounds pretty robotic. That doesn't matter, okay? Because we're telling people it's voice AI, right? We're telling the consumer it is. This is to replace this press 1 or the press 2, the press 3 type thing. We're not trying to confuse people, okay? It mentions that it's AI, all right? Okay, so we're gonna,
That was an important question there.
what's that?
So he said, should we get another number other than the agency? So if you put, so basically you have to put each voice agent onto one number. So when it's on that number and someone calls, that is who is going to answer, unless you do some back end kind of like just making sure that it takes over if no one picks up. So it's up to you. If you just want a specific number for the voice AI that you can just send out, that's probably going to be better for outreach rather than having your actual legit number.
Let's just get stuck in and build it for them. We'll show you how to get a number up, and we'll show you how to send. We'll show you how to send it out. And this is why I want 5 people at the end of this call, so we can start sending it out and start seeing people testing their AI. Okay. And you can choose your own voice and all that type of cool stuff. We're going to get to that for a sec. So the mistake is people move too slow. And what we've done for you today and what we've put together is any niche voice solution, which you can send to any client, okay? And you can do it in any country as well, because we'll show you also how to do this for different countries. You can buy numbers in any country at the end of the day, right? So, but I would just focus on your country, your own country to begin with, all right? So who has done their homework? Who came here and signed up to HighLevel? Who has got a client list? And basically that's about it really, and bought a phone number. All right, who's done their homework, right? Because you guys I'm going to help you guys today get some clients for this. All right. Okay. So for those of you, and Nat, if you can put this link into the chat, right? This is the first step. You guys can't do this without HighLevel. All right. So you've got a 30-day free trial link here. Inside this link, you'll see all of our other bonuses you get if you sign up with our link. Okay. And if you don't have a client that's paying for HighLevel within 30 days after you build this, then I'd be very, very surprised. Okay. If you stop at nothing to send this out to as many business owners as you know, they will come on because they know it's going to replace, it's going to make them more efficient. It's going to replace the cost of, a receptionist or whatever, right? It's a no-brainer for them. Okay, so the first thing you need to do, if you haven't done so already, is sign up to our HighLevel. And if you haven't done so, do it now, because we're going to build this with you right now on the call. Okay, so if you haven't done so already, go and sign up. Most of you, or a lot of you, are already going to have HighLevel. So if you've got that now, please open it up on your screen. I'm just going to give you a second to pause and get HighLevel up on your laptop, if you can do that. Okay, you've done the homework. Has everyone got their HighLevel open or signed up? Is anyone signing up for the first time? You don't need A2P for this either. That's the awesome thing. All right, is everyone ready? Open up and good to go. Who's signing up for the first time? Just let us know if you're signing up for the first time to HighLevel. All right, there's loads of people ready. Oh, there's people signing up for the first time as well. I'm signed up but listening on this guy. Is it possible in German? I think you can do it. I think they're adding languages now. I had Fur Patel from HighLevel on a call with our Roy students a couple of weeks ago, and he said it's all being rolled out now. If it's not in there now, it will be in the very near future. Okay. A2P is only for SMSing back and forth, by the way. This is why you don't need it for voice. All right. Okay. All right. Let's go. So next thing I want you to do, and Nat, if you can put this into the group as well, into the chat, is the snapshot link, which we're going to show you how to upload into your account. And also there's a prompt document. Okay. This any niche voice AI prompt that we've written for you. The any niche aspect of it is in the prompt. So you literally only have to change a couple of things, which we'll talk about in a sec. Okay. And also hat tip, I have to give a hat tip here to two people, which we've been working with on this inside my Roy community. It's Scott and Keith. You guys know who you are. You're probably on this call. We've been talking about the any niche stuff with you guys, and you've helped us a lot put this together. So I just want to give you a big hat tip and say thank you. Not take all the credit myself, because that's what a community is for. Okay. So now, has everyone kind of got the snapshot? I'm going to leave it up here for another minute or so, and then we'll move on to the build. Okay. Is everyone okay? English, Portuguese, Brazil, Spanish, French, German, Italian, and Dutch. Nice, Paul. Good call. Is this a separate snapshot? This is a new snapshot. Okay, this is for voice AI. All right, has everyone got these? I'm going to just, Nat, if you can just continually post these like whilst we're doing this build so people don't miss out and we can move on.
Yeah, we'll do.
Thank you, Nat. All right, you're working on it now. Got them both. Good stuff. All right. So now we're going to build. Yeah, I had this get ready with me cheesy video. I don't know if you guys saw it, but this is a build it with me, not get ready with me. We're going to do a build it with me today. So I'm going to escape out of this. Escape, and we're going to go into high level. Okay. Right. So as I said, we're a bit frazzled today, so we're going to do our best. And I'm just going to, because I'm such a dumbass with tech, right? I'm going to hand over to Graham here. And I'm going to ask really stupid questions as well. Okay. So you guys know what we're doing. So what are we doing now, Graham?
Cool.
Downloading a snapshot.
I've got the snapshot link. We're going to import it now. So that will
So they need a new sub account for this. Or you?
Yeah, so we'll build that afterwards.
Okay.
It's just importing the snapshot.
Yeah.
So this is the latest snapshot that's come in. You can just press this plus button here to create a new account.
Can people let us know as they're doing this? Okay, don't go too fast, Graham.
Cool. Then normally you can just search for your business. This is if you don't have a sub account for your agency already.
This is, remember, you're building this for your agency, okay? This is a sales technique. You're not building this for your client. This is a demo for you to land clients. So you build it in your agency sub account. Okay.
Yeah. So I'm going to be going through this as if we don't have an agency account yet. Sorry, an agency sub account. So then you just want to fill it in. So digital business name. That's where you put your name, but I'm just going to name it B2.
Why are you changing it to that?
Well, that's the friendly name I'm using at the moment for
Okay.
the sub account. This is what appears in the sub account. You would put your agency name in there, but we've already got a agency sub account.
We've already done it. Yeah.
I
Okay.
don't want to mess it up. Business.
Okay, so go ahead, and if you haven't done this already, fill it all in.
Cool, that's all good. Time zone. Cool. So you just add the sub account. So we just add the sub account there. Most of you would have added a sub account already, so this, yeah, that's pretty standard stuff. Cool. So then what you want to go and do is you want to go and switch into that sub account. So the snapshot should all be loaded in there. So everything should be in there that we need. So the first thing we want to go and do is go get a number. So we're going to go into phone numbers.
So hang on a sec. So scroll up onto the top left. That's where you see your sub account.
Yeah, these are the sub accounts in here.
You just set up. Okay.
Yeah.
So go into that sub account. Now what?
We want to go to your sub account settings, which, sorry, I went a bit fast, is down here.
Yeah.
Then you want to go to your phone number settings, which are here. Then you want to go and just add a number.
So this is when you're buying a number for your agency. Okay. And as I was saying before, if you're in the US, you don't need any A2P. If you're anywhere else in the world, you need to have go through a regulatory bundle process, which takes a few minutes. And Nat is going to paste in now. I think we've got a YouTube video that we did recently on how you can do this if you're struggling. Super simple, super fast. But today we're just going to set this up for the US. Okay, so we're going to actually buy a number.
Yep.
And show you what you're doing.
So select a number.
Proceed to buy.
Cool.
Okay, can we just pause here for a sec, Graham, and let's go into the chat. Is anyone having any problems or questions so far?
Dan, I think a few people are having problems with the snapshot uploading. I think maybe if they're already with Go HighLevel, some people have said the snapshot's locked. So I think just a couple of things regarding the snapshot.
Okay.
It should be fine. It doesn't matter if you're already with HighLevel. If it's not working, normally I find it's something to do with the cache issue. So if you copy and paste the link into a incognito browser, that can sometimes sort it out.
And guys, don't worry too much if you're not following along with us and you're stuck. There will be a recording that's coming out. And you know, if you're in my community, the AAA Ninjas, just post, and we'll do our best to help you. Okay. All right. But the recording's coming out, and we want to get you live as soon as we can on this, right? So don't stress if it's not happening today. We will help you. What's the difference between a phone number with A2P and one without? Do I have to buy a separate phone number that isn't A2P verified since I have to wait 45 days? You should be able to get an instant number, Luke.
Yeah, we just did it.
Yeah, we just did it then. Okay. All right.
So just I saw someone said, oh, I went a bit too quick. You're in the sub account here.
Yeah.
You go to settings, which is down here. When you come into your sub account, you go to settings. Then you go to phone numbers, which is on your left-hand menu. And all you're doing is just pressing add number.
Okay.
And that will come up. Press the add phone number button here. You can select your country. We've selected the United States. That's the default. And we've selected a local number. And I saw Cheryl ask if you have to do local, toll, whatever. It's up to you. It depends on what you want to do. We normally use locals just because toll numbers, it's like the 0800 numbers here. No one ever picks them up.
All right. Okay, let's continue on.
Cool. So we don't need to do the A2P. So that's all good. So next up, we want to go to voice AI agents.
Okay, this is how simple it is. You guys should have your prompt, right?
Yeah. Now, there's two in here. That's because we had one that was for UK and one was for the US. They're exactly the same. So don't worry too much about that. So I'm going to go into this one. This is the US one, so I'll carry on using this one.
How do people know it's the US, Graham?
So basically, it doesn't matter.
It doesn't matter.
Doesn't matter. So I know this is our US one because it's Natasha, the Valley Girl, which I don't know if you can hear this, but I'll play it and see if you can.
Life without love is like a tree without blossoms or fruit.
All right. Did you guys hear that? So this is where you can go in if you haven't done it in the past, and you can have a play and choose your voice. All right. We're getting Natasha Valley Girl for this one. Okay. And if you're in the UK or you're in Australia, then you use an accent, or in Europe, use an accent to suit your country.
Yeah, I don't know if there's any European ones there yet. I think there's English, Australian, and American from what I've seen. And then in the language, you can see these are the languages you can have it in, as someone said in the chat already. So it's German's in there. So it's French and Dutch and all that kind of stuff.
All right.
Here's where you name your agent. So ours is called Sarah, but you can call it whatever you want. The business name. You want to make sure that this is your business name, the agency business name.
Yeah.
The business that's attributed to the sub account. And then you want to select your voice, obviously.
Okay.
And then scrolling down here, so direction is inbound. Outbound is not there yet, but this is for inbound calls.
Yeah.
And this is the agent's initial message. This is what they're going to say when you basically call them. So this is what you heard first when you called our number, which is, hey, you've reached Flexible. Are you here to check out the voice AI demo? So you just want to change this to your agency name.
Okay. Has everyone done that? Can everyone that's doing this with us go in and do this, please, so we can make sure. I know we do go fast, guys, sometimes.
So you don't need a separate sub account. You can have multiple AI agents in the same sub account attached to different numbers. So for example, in our flexible sub account, we have a UK number attached to a UK voice agent, and we have a US number attached to a US voice agent.
Yeah. The thing is, and that's the other thing, guys, it's $97 a month for unlimited. What do you call it? AI agent, HighLevel's AI agent. So that includes reviews AI, it includes voice AI, it includes all of these different AI assistant solutions they have. So you wouldn't want to create lots of sub accounts for each number because it's going to cost you $97 a month. And by the way, that's unlimited, right? That's why I don't mind giving you guys all my voice AI numbers to call, because I have an unlimited $97 a month plan. It's very, very, very generous, actually. I can't believe they do that. So I just wanted to flag that. Makes sense?
All good. I've noticed someone doesn't have voice AI agent in their sidebar. It depends what level you're on. If you're on a 97 plan, they may not have it on there. So let's have a look. Let's just go and double check. Switch to agency view if you haven't got it. Normally it's in the settings somewhere.
It's $97 per month per sub account, not per number, Edmund. And it does all the other stuff like reviews and AI, conversational AI, all of their other AI solutions. It's included in that $97 per month.
Yeah. If it's not in your one, just because we don't really have time on the webinar to go through and find out how you can get it in there, I would speak to HighLevel support and they'll be able to tell you how to get it into your sub account. We're on the 497 plan, which is probably why it's just opened up to us. I believe it's on the 297 plan as well.
Yeah, it's $97 plan, just says AI agents, but don't have voice AI. That's weird. All right, we're gonna have to. I'm gonna get on the blower with Sean, the owner of HighLevel, and see what's going on there. All right, cool. All right, let's crack on.
Cool. So back to our AI agent. So firstly, you want to make sure you link it up to the correct number. So we've got the number here. So that's what's been added. So we've done all this bit here. That's all should all be good. Then we go on to agent goals. Now there's already a prompt in here. It will have mentions to flexible in there. Let's just go and get the prompt document. So Nat should have popped this in here. Let's just copy this out. So this is the prompt in the Google Doc. So I've highlighted everywhere where you need to change it to your agency name.
All right, can everyone just confirm they've got the Google Doc open and they can go in and change their, yeah, everyone's signed as 100 odd people on this page right now. So what you need to do is just change the yellow bits, guys. Go in and change the yellow bits and please let us know when you're done.
Yeah.
So you can copy and paste it in.
So the first thing you want to do, file, make a copy, make your own copy because you can't amend this one. And then once you've done that, amend the yellow bits, which are here. You should be able to see them pretty easily, and just pop in your agency name, and that should be enough. And then once you've done that, you just want to copy it and paste it all like this. I want to go back into HighLevel, into your agent goals section in the prompt. And you just want to delete out the prompt that's there and then paste in the prompt that you've just copied.
All right. Can everyone just let us know that they've done that? Or anyone struggling, let us know and we'll try and help you. You paste the whole doc, everything in there, you just change the bits in yellow. Oh, the Google Doc tools are locked joined to high traffic. Okay. So inside the snapshot.
Yeah, you paste the whole document apart from the title at the top.
Can you paste it in here? Is it long enough?
I can try it. I'm going to paste it into. Yeah, it's too long to post in there.
Matt, can you please copy and paste it and we'll put it into a new Google Doc?
I'll put it onto a notepad file now.
Okay, cool. All right, so a lot of you have hopefully got hold of this prompt before it locked the page because of high traffic.
Just another way you can do it, guys, is if you just do Control F on this high level page. Just to control this. We don't do it on Zoom. Well, normally you can do it on a browser and just put Control F and then type in flexible, and it should find all the instances of flexible in the prompt because this is the same prompt.
Pretty easy. It's where the spelling mistakes are. So you can go down. If you've already got the snapshot, you don't have to copy and paste it from the Google Doc. You can just grab it because it's already in there.
Yeah.
Okay. Just change the bit that says flexible to your business name, your agency name. All right.
Cool.
What's next?
Now down here, set up your actions. So these actions have already been set up for you. So if I go into update contact field, this has been the voice AI is prompted to update some of these custom, these contact fields here. So I've got email, name, business name, street address, city, state, postcode, and website. So if on the call they mention their addresses and things like that, it's just going to put it through, and it's quite simple to set up. All you have to do is just give it an action name. So that's just, I'll just name it as email, which contact field to be updated.
What do they need to do exactly?
Nothing. I'm just showing them what I've done. This is all set up for you. You don't need to do anything.
Okay. All right. Should we just leave it then if they don't need to do anything?
Cool. No worries at all.
Okay.
I know Dan doesn't like to waste time.
Let's keep it simple.
So that's all set up for you. So that will bring through everything into the contact during the call. This trigger workflow. Now this is important. Basically, we've set up a workflow for you, and it triggers when you've confirmed their email address.
So let's just take a step back there, right? So the voice, if you guys got through to the end of the voice AI, there would be a call to action to the client you're sending it to that says, do you want to book a call with me, i.e. the agency today, so we can get started? Okay. And what happens then, if they say yes, then we've built this for you. So we'll email them a calendar link, which will then allow them to book in with you so you can close their ass. Does that make sense, everyone? So we've already got this inbuilt into the Any Niche demo for you. How cool is that? All right. So you just need to get them to demo it, and then you're going to start seeing people booking into your calendar off the back of it. Okay. It's all done automatically. Makes sense, everyone? Does that make sense, guys? Makes sense. All right, cool. It's already built in. We're just helping you right now make sure you can integrate it and set it up.
And Nat, do you mind popping in the links for the prompt and the snapshot again? I think a few people are asking for them. Okay, that's all good. All chatting. Okay, cool. So, and by the way, guys, don't worry, there will be a Q&A session at the end. So just bear that in mind. Here is also something that you may want to look at. You may want to tone it to whatever you want to say. So this is what the agent will say once this workflow has been triggered. So at the moment it just says, I'll just send you over our calendar link so you can pick a time that's good for you. So you can change that to whatever you want.
I wouldn't bother. Keep it as it is.
The two options that aren't set up, but I'll just talk them through now. You can send an SMS exactly the same as a trigger of a workflow, but it can be sent as an SMS. We haven't done it this time because it means getting A2P set up for your number, which takes ages. So we've just done it via email for now.
So that makes sense, guys, is that we're getting the demo to send an email to the person. What Graham just said is you can also do it via SMS, but we have decided not to do that because A2P is taking too long for that on the call. All right?
Yeah.
All right, next.
Then also call transfer. So say someone's chatting to the AI bot. They're doing a good job at dealing with their inquiries. An inquiry arises that they can't deal with. Then you can trigger a call transfer where the AI will transfer it to a human, and then they can continue the call like that.
Yeah. So if the dude wanted to, if the dude you're sending this to, your client, prospective client, wants to speak to you, it'll transfer the call to your number if you want. So you can close them on the call without having to send a calendar link or all that type of stuff, right? So for those of you who are a little bit more advanced, you might want to have a play with this, but for today, we're going to keep it super simple so you can start sending out your number to people today on the call. All right?
Yeah.
Let's go.
Cool. And down here, obviously, you can set up workflows to be triggered when the call is completed. And also you can set you yourself to receive an email notification after the call that has a call transcript on there and tells you all the information that is collected, basically. So you can do that based on specific users in your account. This is a brand new account, so we don't have any users in there, but you can add yourself as a user, so you can receive these notifications.
This is a really cool thing, right? Like, and this is because I kept on calling my brother's number, right? When he said, call this number, bro. And I gave it to my wife, I think, and I gave it to a few guys in the office, and I said, look what Hugh's done. And he kept on messaging me straight after. He said, Dan, I can see you calling in because I'm getting the transcript through. I can see the cool questions you're asking. You know, it was all trackable and sent to you. The whole transcript's done. It's so cool. Anyway, crack on.
Cool. So that's all done. So I'm just going to go to I'm just going to save this quickly so I don't lose any of my things I've done. Then we want to go into phone and availability. So here's where you select which number you want it to be attached to. So we're going to select the US number.
That's the one we just bought.
Yep.
Yeah.
Now, there's a few options here. So you can enable the AI agent as a backup to the phone number. So AI agent will answer the call if the user or call forwarding doesn't respond. So you can have that in there. I'm not going to have that set up for the time being. And also you can set working hours for the agent. So say your team are working 9 to 5, you can set up the bot to answer outside of hours, basically. So it can be an outside of hours voice agent.
Yeah. All right. Let's not worry about that now because we just want to get you guys the number live.
And then dashboard and logs. This is where you can see how many calls you've had, how many triggers have been answered, positive sentiment. So all this kind of stuff that you can go and have a look at, which is important.
Out of interest, can we see just show the guys what this looks like inside our account? Because we've just had lots of people call the number, right?
Yeah.
So let's just show people what this looks like once yours is up and running.
So what is that? So it depends which one.
US.
Probably had more US than you.
There we go, 147 calls. That means we had 147 calls. We can see 94% positive.
Some of you have been negative, I see.
Oh, no. And where can you see a transcript of the call, of a call?
So I think you can have a summary here. Obviously that one didn't, that's just a quick summary. That transcript's here.
Transcript.
So obviously that guy didn't do too much. Didn't do too much.
There we go.
So here's a transcript. So
anyway, yeah, that's the kind of stuff you can track, right? You can titter. All right, let's go back to ours.
Cool. There we go. Ah, cool. Let's just make sure this is all good. Get back onto the US.
While we're doing this, is everyone okay? Everyone kind of caught up? Graham, you can just check if there's any comments. Yeah, can do French language. Simple enough. All right, you guys are following. You guys that are like high-level veterans, you will get this so easily. Honestly, I can do this. It's that easy. And we will send you the recording out if you're a bit more of a newbie. And yeah, we are going to talk about a strategy to get a client with this in a sec, David.
Cool. So that's all good. And we'll press save. Cool. So that's the AI agent setup. There is a bit of admin to do with the snapshot. So just so you're aware.
So now we're going to tie the calendar in.
Yeah.
Is that the plan? Right. So this is where it gets a little bit more techy.
Very basic though.
Because we want to tie the calendar in. So your potential client books into your calendar, it's all integrated, and you can see the slots in your calendar being filled in for the call where you can close them. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
All right, let's go.
So you just quickly want to just attach your Google Calendar. So to do this, you want to go to your sub-account settings, integrations, and then sign in with Google, and then follow the prompts. So sign in as Gavin today. Look, so that should be good. Cool. So that should all be linked up. I'm just going to refresh just to make sure something's come through. Yeah, so that's come through correctly. And there's a calendar inside your sub account. So if we're on the same dashboard here, you want to go up to calendars in business services in your settings.
Yeah.
And then just to link it, I'm not going to go through all the calendar functions because that'll take ages, but just a quick one. You can change the calendar name here, add a description, amend the custom URL. The meeting invite title is what they see if they book in a call when it goes into the Google Calendar. So you want to.
So what do they actually need to change?
So
do they need to change anything?
If you're doing a Zoom meeting, you want to add your Zoom link in this section here in the meeting location. Other than that, you want to link your calendar in connections. You want to go to link calendar. You want to select the calendar, and then we do two-way.
Okay, so that's all I need to do.
And then just press save.
Does everyone get that?
Cool. And I want to go back to the calendar section. And then what we want to do is we want to go and get the shareable link. To do that, you want to press the three dots here.
Yeah.
You want to go up to share. And you want to go and copy the scheduling link.
So this is the link that they click on to book an appointment.
Yeah.
Okay.
We're going to go to custom values. And in the calendar link section, you just want to click on the three dots, edit custom value, go across to the value section and just paste that in and press update.
All right, let's go back through the last three steps again quickly for people that aren't doing this.
What were the last three steps?
Last three steps, would just wind back the clock.
The calendars.
Calendars, yeah.
Oh, integrations first.
Yeah, integrations first.
Sign into your Google account.
Yeah.
Then it should have appeared something like this.
So we've just connected it so we don't have to do that again. Yeah.
Go up to calendars.
Yeah.
Your calendar should already be in there. You can go through and amend all the details in it by going and press three dots here.
Yeah.
Edit. You can change everything here. If you're doing a Zoom call, the Zoom link has to go into the meeting location. To add your calendar, you want to go to connections, link up to your correct calendar, two-way, and then press save. And then to go back to the calendar section, just go and press close. Then what you want to go and do is you want to go press the three dots again, share, copy the scheduling link.
Yeah.
Go to custom values. Click on the three dots here, edit custom value, and then paste in your link there in the value section and press update.
Okay.
And finally, we just want to add in these two custom values. You just can type them in. So the from email, that's going to be the from email that you send your emails from. So for us, that is going to be Dan's email. Cool. Update. And this will input into all the emails that we have in the snapshot. So it just makes it a lot easier for you than having to go find all the different emails and add the email in. Same for the from email name. That's going to be Dan Wardrope, but you're going to call it yourself. Cool. And then the final thing that I've got to show you, and it'll be a very quick one, is just where the workflow is, in case you ever wanted to amend it. So the workflow will be back in automation. And it'll be under the voice AI agent. And it's just basically the workflow that triggers to send the calendar link. Now with the voice AI, when it's having the call, it takes a little bit of time to update all the contact fields in the contact. So I've got a wait step here for the email not to be empty. So once there is an email present, they will continue on. And
but hang on a sec. Okay, so we ask for, and you guys who went through the voice AI will notice that we asked for an email. We asked for your email there, right? So once the voice AI learns that someone's put their email address in, what happened? That's what you're talking about,
That's
right?
when they trigger this workflow.
That's
when the
the-
voice AI triggers
yeah,
this
okay.
workflow.
So it goes through the demo, and then at the end of the demo, there's a call to action to book in a call. And then that's when they ask for their email address, and that's what this is for.
Yeah.
All right.
This is why it just waits for the email.
Waits for their email.
Yeah,
Yep.
sometimes the voice AI will put them into this workflow before finalizing all the contact fields in the contact.
Yeah.
So that lets it go through. Once it's an email present, then this is where you send the email link, the calendar links. Sorry. So you have the from email name here, which we just updated in the custom value. So leave that. Leave this as well. This is from the from email. Subject. So obviously you want to just amend the subject to whatever you want it to be.
Yeah.
And then this is the email, which again you can amend. It's just simply giving them the calendar link.
Yeah. So this is what they'll see inside their inbox. This is what the AI will send them if they want to book in a call with you. Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
And that's it. Yeah. And then you can just call it now and it should work.
Okay, cool. So let's who's got theirs set up already? We need some volunteers here. And guys, sorry if it's if this is confusing or you haven't followed. We can't obviously cater for everyone because it's just too complicated. Someone fell behind. Jacob's done. So if you've done your homework and you've got your number ready to go, let's see what we can do. I'm going to go back to the slides. I'll build this with me. All right. So can people raise their hand who have their number and have done their homework and have their AI built out with them? The replay will be coming out on Friday, Paul. Okay, we need some time to get all the editing because we put personal numbers in and stuff like that here. So we need to edit it all out. Nat, can you just make these guys hosts or whatever you need to do for the people that raise their hands that are willing to send this doc out, their number out to their potential clients. Okay. So Rob's just asking, how much are you charging for this? Well, this is what we've already done for you guys. Okay, we've already set your price point. If the potential clients ask how much this is, guess what the voice AI agent is going to say back to them? It's a $1,500 setup and a $597 a month monthly fee. Okay, that's already pre-built in to your AI. So I've already set the price point for you, so you don't have to worry about how much you're charging. Okay, that's what I'd recommend charging. It can be play around with it if you would like, but that's inside the prompt.
Yeah, it's inside the prompt.
It's inside the prompt already set up for you guys. Okay, how cool is that? Okay, that seems cheap. Yeah, it could be cheap, like play around with it. Yeah, so I've already, guys don't even have to question it. Just start sending this out. Okay.
Yeah. And obviously if you're in the UK, you can amend the prompt to be in pounds. It's it's up to you.
Yeah, okay. So the target is like any business that has inbound calls coming in. Like think of how many that is. All right. That probably misses calls or probably has to hire someone just to do that job. All right. This is probably not for, database reactivation stuff. Is more for the whales with tons of old leads. Although this would do well for them too. Okay. There's really no limit to who you can sell this to. All right. So we got 5 volunteers to raise their hand that is ready to send out. And by the way, I haven't prepared anything on how we're going to do this. We're just going to have a bit of fun on it and how I would do it. Okay. So who else have we got? Who else has raised their hand? Who wants to go in the hot seat? Anyone else? We've only got Mary Jane and Terrell today. Yeah, nice, Mel. Mel's saying he's already been pushing this, but he didn't have the any niche prompt. That's going to be key because you can just do it so much faster and so much quicker. All right, anyone else, Nat? I've just seen Terry put his hand up. Can we make him a panelist? I always do this. I'm going to open up a Google Doc. How do I do that? File, new. Let's have a look at some messages. on how to do this for outreach, okay? And yes, you could do this, you could use this any niche for cold outreach too. Imagine if you had some cold outreach automation or whatever going on, which I don't do, by the way, but a lot of people you do have. Then you could easily just have this number like as part of as your call to action, rather than them going through to a landing page with their name, email, and phone number in. The voice AI is doing all that for you. It's doing the selling for you and also collecting their email address and phone number, obviously, right? Because they're calling the phone number. It's bloody genius. All right. We've got 3 volunteers. Okay. It's a big crowd here today. Maybe people are a bit nervous about doing it. 2 more put their hand up. Melanie and Mark have put their hand up. Nat, can you make them go? Then we got our 5.
And just while we wait, I saw someone ask if you can do it multi-language in, say, a state like Florida. You would need 2 voice AI agents, one in Spanish, one in English. And I would have the main one as probably English. And then in the prompt, you can write something like if they want to speak to a Spanish agent, or if they're Spanish, then they can call transfer to your other voice agent.
Couldn't the prompt just transfer it to Spanish?
No, because the voice AI is hard coded to one
That's
language.
hard coded. Yeah. HighLevel doesn't quite have that capability yet because they try and keep it simple for us, right? So yeah, you couldn't do that. And yeah, Jack's brought up a good point, right? So it's $97 a month unlimited per sub account, but you can also do pay as you go as well, which is far cheaper, right? I'm not going to go into how it works, but if you're doing volume, like I want you to be doing with this and long calls and all of that, then you're probably off better. We'll just start on the low one and then upgrade if you need to. But
and Manish, this is for any niche, so it's just one voice agent. You send it out to multiple different like companies in different niches, and it will work for each one because it's in any niche.
The clue's in the name, buddy. All right. Okay. So who have we got here? The panelists. Okay. All right, I'm going to unmute you guys. All right, let's start with Mark. Okay. Mark Gamble, you there, buddy?
Good morning from California.
Hey, buddy. How are you? All
Doing
right.
well, doing well.
How are you finding this?
Fantastic. I mean, it's exciting. It's interesting. It's got a lot of possibilities.
Exactly. All right. So you've got your number set up.
Yep.
And have you got, and this is going to be super easy, and I'm asking people to do this with me. Okay. So if you've got the balls to do it, then go ahead and do it. All right. So your client, have you got a list of people that might have, might be open to something like this, to giving it a go?
Yeah, we typically do a lot in the home services space. So I've got a list of like HVAC folks and plumbers and those kind of people.
Cool. Have you got the, are you on personal terms with any of them on their phone number, like via SMS?
No, I'm not on personal terms with a lot of them. Maybe a couple I've had a few conversations with, but you know, I'd have to remind them who I am specifically.
Okay. Okay, cool. All right. Like I'm just thinking, I should have prepared for this in advance, but like I'm just thinking, and you might be able to work with me, right? We're going to send them an email. We want to make sure that we get like a bit of dopamine in that kind of headline in order to get them excited about opening it, right? We want to really get, the thing is, right, if you've got a good relationship with them and you're already, they're already your client, then it doesn't really matter what they're going to do, right? Or what you say, they're going to open it. Okay. So, give me an example of a client that you think might be the best fit for this and what you do for him.
In HVAC space, we do a lot. Well, I mean, obviously we do the database reactivation for them.
Yeah.
So I wanted to try and now upgrade that relationship to also now include giving them like a voice receptionist to handle their calls.
Yeah.
Route their calls.
All right. I'm just thinking of a few different things here. I like how you said voice receptionist, AI voice receptionist.
Yeah, I think agent is a little kind of amorphous. It doesn't really define much for them. But if you say a voice receptionist, they can picture what that kind of looks like in their mind, but before you even really pitch anything.
All right, cool. So I think either of these would work. What have you done? Like, what are you doing for them? Like, have you been getting results for this guy?
Well, we actually just started. I think I might have even texted you a little bit about the DBR campaign we set up for him. So we just actually we had to go through a whole lot of A2P crap and blah 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 blah. But maybe we've run the text outreach for about just shy of a week, probably maybe 3 or 4 days. And we're getting some responses back. No appointments on the calendar yet, but people are responding back. We've gotten everything from go plan traffic with a blindfold on to maybe where we might be interested, but let's talk after a month or something like that.
Okay, cool. All right. So you've started with them, and you're starting to get some results, and we want to see if we can put this in front of them as well. So I would say something like, and it's my kind of language, right? The DBR stuff is working, is starting to work. To work. I'm excited. Check this out, right? I'm excited. Check this conversation out. Right, we want to tie it into something they've done before, and then I'll do an image screenshot of one of the conversations that like almost turned into an appointment or something like that. Do you know what I mean? Because you want to show people, like, a picture's 1,000 words, right? And if you can see like this person going back and forth with AI and almost booking in, and how well it's been handled, it's going to get them excited about what your next thing is. Does that make sense?
Yep.
All right.
Yep.
So then I would say, check this conversation out. I love how AI did XYZ. You know what I mean? Like, just talk a little bit about the conversation. But dude, but man, we've just finished a demo for you to try. A demo to handle your inbound calls, to help with the missed calls when you guys are out on the job, and B, save you money, to help save you money when hiring receptionists. If you have 3 minutes, call this number. All right. And then insert number, something like that.
Simple.
Mark. Okay.
Yep.
All right. So it's kind of a little bit wordy, and I've taken some time to tie it into the previous work you've done. But let's have a look at one now, where you haven't, like someone else where you haven't been doing any previous AI work with them, perhaps, or have you got anyone in mind there?
Yeah, so we kind of eat our own dog food, and we do some cold outreach to the HVAC space to pitch them the TBR campaign. So we've got, folks that are we don't really have a connection with. I'm sorry?
They might have almost come on. That's a really good one, right? Like, so if you're doing cold outreach and the DBR stuff has got them interested.
They have them starting to have the conversation. Exactly right.
Yeah, so you kind of got them, but not quite, right? They're not quite closed, right? So I would say, so you probably already got the email chain or whatever happening, right? You just you need to send another email. I'd say something like, dude, our offer of turning your old leads into sales using AI and SMS didn't float your boat.
I like that.
Yeah, it didn't float your boat. By the way, this is an example to resell this to them. Like, I don't understand. Like, I'm trying, like, because remember my saying, we want to be the chooser, not the chosen, right? So, like, if they're not taking us up on this, on a performance basis, didn't float your boat. I don't know. I'm trying to think of a way to say nicely, what the fuck were you thinking? Not taking us up on that. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I don't want to say, what the fuck were you thinking? I want to say, didn't float your boat. I don't get this. But anyway, and I'm losing sleep over it, and I am losing
I
sleep
love it.
over it. But I will get over it. Because I don't get this. I'm losing sleep over it, but I'll get over it. I'm losing sleep over it, but I will recover eventually. Something like that, right? What about this? What about this? Dial this number and listen and discover how voice AI is gonna save your biz money and time. All right, insert number.
Love it.
All right.
Love it. Yep.
That's going to do well because you're getting them back again on the DBR stuff. And if they're not there yet, then they're going to do the voice AI stuff and give it a go. All right. So I would do that word for word. I really like that one. Okay.
I like that. Yep.
And here's what I would do, right? Like, let's say you've got a client that you've known for ages and you've got a really good relationship with them and you've got them great results and you're partners, right? I would just go, dude, call this number. The subject would be this. Same as what my brother did to me, right? And some of you on this call might have clients like this or relationships like this, okay? Call this number. And then I'll just put the number here. And I'll put Mark, something like that. I might put voice AI, something like that. See what I mean? Okay, because the people that are close to us and we're already getting results for, you don't need, people make the mistake of overselling, okay? You don't need to do all of this stuff, right? Like I've done here, because it's just going to be weird, right? It's like if I tried to sell to my brother tried to sell it to me. I wouldn't need to do it. All I needed to do was pick up the phone and speak to it. Does that make sense?
Yep.
All right. Okay.
That's awesome. All
right.
So screenshots. I'm good. I'm ready.
All right. Taking a screenshot. I'm going to put these in the chat and people can use them for inspiration. Okay. All right. Mute. Who else wants to, like, we'll go into this for a second, then we'll talk about a little cool thing that we're doing after this as well. I'm going to run a competition and I'm going to give away a lot of cool stuff to people that perform well. And we're going to talk about that in a sec. Okay. So who wants to go next? Melanie or Mary Jane?
I'll go.
Melanie, how you doing?
Good. How are you? This is great. I love it. So, I have a big long list, but it's kind of the same sort of stuff. I don't think I have anything. Well, okay, I do have something different. Like like vendors that I've used in the past, like I've bought from. So I
Good
put them
idea.
on my list.
Yeah.
How
Yeah.
would we go for them?
People that you've used, what's your relationship like with them?
Real good. Like I spend probably $800 a month. Like one of them, I spend $800 a year with them. So
What is
I'm a
it?
good customer. It's half a cow.
Pardon?
It's half a cow.
Half a cow.
They grass fed and grass finished.
Ah,
Yeah, I
nice,
really like them.
nice. And do you have personal conversations with one of their sales agents or something?
Yes, there's somebody, he contacts me all the time. So, and he's
Okay.
also the one who delivers. I have to go meet him. I live out in the middle of nowhere, so I have to go meet him somewhere and he delivers to me.
Nice, nice. And they have people like you that are placing orders and dialing in all the time, right?
Yes.
Probably. Okay. Yeah, I like this, right? Especially like if you had said, I'm an $800 a year customer, but they don't even know me, I'm just a number to them, it's going to be more difficult. But the fact that you have an in
Yeah.
is really good. Okay. So have you got his like email address or phone number?
Both.
Both. Mobile, like a cell number?
Yeah. So
Cell number.
should I use that?
Yeah,
Where's
yeah.
my?
I would do that. Yeah, I would do that. So the cell message would be like this. What's his name?
Bill.
Hey, Bill. I'm not sure. I don't probably haven't shared this with you before. Haven't shared this with you before, but I help with AI, help businesses implement AI, help businesses save money and time by installing AI. Into their system. I know you guys take calls. Guys take inbound calls, which is why I've built this for you. Oh yeah. Can you give it a, can you give it a whirl? Dial this number. Something like that would work pretty well.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm going to put that in here.
Very good.
There we go. So that's nice and short and snappy. And I think I think that he'll call that number, right? Like the only thing we want to be able to achieve from this is them to call the number, right? So,
Right.
you know, if this person knew you were running an AI agency, I would just say, hey bro, call this number, like my brother did to me. But it just needs a little bit more caressing. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
All right, cool.
Okay.
All right, cool.
So,
Anyone else? Another one?
yeah, I have another one I'd like to ask you about. So it's a pharmacy. I know the owner personally.
Yeah.
It's in a pharmacy in town.
Yeah.
And they, of course, are taking calls all day long.
Oh, that's a good
for
one. I like it.
prescription.
Yes. Yes.
So I'm wondering, I mean, he might be able to have that bot, because all they do when you call in a prescription, you tell them your name, your birth date, and your
Yep.
prescription numbers.
Yep. That would kill it. This is where you have to make the decision, right? Like if you've got a great relationship with them and you don't want to lose that chance, right? Because what the number you've just created is for the any niche. But sometimes if you think this is a no-brainer and they've got money and they're going to come on with you, you might want to do a bespoke one for them. Does that make sense?
I want to, yeah. 'Cause I know how to save. They're busy. They're the only ones here. A lot of old people here, so they're very busy. But I think that would save his people I think it would be good for him. I'm gonna, yeah,
Oh my
okay.
God, it would be great. Thinking about it, I'd probably do this on a, what do you think, Graham? I'd probably do it on a bespoke basis. Like I'd
Okay,
create a
yeah.
bespoke one for them because they don't book appointments. You know what I mean? They just take people's
Right.
prescription number and that's it, right?
Yeah, one
Yep.
thing I would say, I would double check the compliance on it as well. You may need to be HIPAA compliant. In medical space.
And then they text them when the order's complete, so we could actually do that too.
Do that too.
How do we do that? I don't know.
I love that. I love that. It's going to require a bit of work, but you can absolutely transform their business with this. Really, really cool.
Okay.
So that's a bespoke build. So I'd hold off on that one. Have you got another one?
Let me look. Other vendors. Okay, so like my daughter-in-law, she's starting a new business.
Nice.
So I would like to send something to her, and that would be like the one you did before that was real easy.
Yeah.
Hey, just call this number, tell me what you think, right?
Yeah. So that's the thing, right? Like we want to, I don't really care in the early days when we're launching something like this, who we work with. And either if we do it for free for your daughter-in-law, right?
Yeah.
Okay, like because it's going to turn into a case study for you, which you can leverage for your next conversation. So a daughter-in-law or someone, a next door neighbor or a friend that has a business, sometimes it's good just to go and build it for them for the experience. So I totally get this one. What's her name?
Cherry.
Cherry. Call this number. I think you're going to like it.
Okay.
I think you are going to like it for your new biz. Kiss, kiss, kiss.
Okay.
All right. That would work. That would work so well. All right.
And then I've got other businesses I've done stuff with in the past. I'm not currently working with. I think you did an example of that.
Yeah. Just have some fun with it, right? Like always, you guys have heard me talk about this before. It's like very much a little bit of tongue in cheek, a little bit of humor, my personality trying to come through in it as much as I can. And people respond to that, right? I call it barbecue conversation. If Cherry's at the barbecue with you, you're not going to go into a spiel, you know, like that would be a bit weird, right? You wouldn't need to.
Right.
I help businesses save money and time by installing AI into their business. You wouldn't say that at a barbecue. You just go, Cherry, call this number. I think you're going to like for your new biz, right? So always, whenever I'm writing my outreach or my copy, I always picture this in my mind, and it makes a really big difference. It makes it easy for me to picture it in my head.
Okay, good.
All right.
I
Okay.
think that's about it. It's I've got people that have called. Hey, there is one more. People that I've been doing cold outreach on LinkedIn, and I've had people actually reach out to me and want to know more information. It usually kind of stops after I tell them what I do, and I think it's because I sounded needy, and I'm going to change that. But the ones that have reached out, I'd like to just send them this. Hey, I haven't heard back from you. I understand life gets really busy. We've just finished working on something. Do me a favor and give this a call.
Yeah, exactly. So cold LinkedIn, right? This is the same form that I just showed Mark, right? So this is a really good opportunity for you to say, I'm trying to I'm not that good on the spot, but I really want to push this point because you still got a chance to get them on the performance basis, right? For the database reactivation stuff. So I would just tweak this one here. So my last message where I explained about turning your old lead into sales using AI on I would put this in capitals. Performance basis didn't float your boat. I don't get this. I'm moving slower. What about this? Dial this number and discover how voice AI is going to save your biz time and money. Insert number. So you could easily template that in, right? You could easily just copy and paste that over and over and over again, and I bet you're going to get 3 or 4 people calling it, right?
Right. Okay. Yay. Thank you.
All right, I'm excited for you. Good stuff, Melanie, and thanks for doing your homework.
Mm.
All right, guys, we are kind of running out of time here, so I might just call it for now. But before we go, most people are stuck here to the end, and I really appreciate it. What we're going to do, and I'm going to talk about this over the next few days, and I need some ideas for you, right? I want you guys to get your new phone number in front of as many clients as you can, okay? And I want people to report back how well it went for them. I want to see how many calls they've got booked in. I want to see how many people they've reached out to, how many unique people have called the number, and how many clients, ideally people are getting from it, right? Like, and this is from scratch, okay? And what I want to do is get you guys to come up with some ideas about what we could do. I mean, the things that I'm thinking, and please type in the chat box, right? The things that I'm thinking is we give a prize for the most unique phone numbers called, the most appointments booked off the back of it, and then the most clients made or landed, and maybe the most revenue coming in. I'm not sure exactly. Any ideas what topic? We've got stuff we could give away 𝘤𝘭𝘭 as maybe the first prize. We've got get out of tech jail free cards. We've got what else we got? We've got all sorts of training and bonuses and courses and cool stuff like that. 𝘤𝘭𝘭's one, okay. So we can definitely give away 𝘤𝘭𝘭. Who's kind of up for this? Who's up for a bit of a challenge? One-on-one mentorship or a car? I'll give the Porsche away. Almost lost my license with that bloody thing anyway. Okay. So Eric's going to send out a blast today and post in school. Good man. I'm making cold calls using $1, but what if incoming calls to $1 answered by a voice assistant that would immediately guide the caller into a live demo on the spot? Yeah, exactly. So if people are dialing into your business, then you could definitely get AI to take over there. Outbound doesn't work. It's not available yet, but inbound is. Okay. All right, let's go. Mel's already in Royal. Lucky you, man. Yeah, let's do it. I'm game for the challenge. Okay. Let's get the phone number and A2P. Michael, you don't need A2P, I believe. I mean, unless I'm missing something, you don't need A2P to get going with this. The deadline's going to be Sunday night, I think. We're going to come up with some sick prizes.
Yeah. So guys, the US number you called for us at the start of the call, we don't have any A2P regulation for that.
Yeah. We can do done for you. We can build your clients' voice AI for them. There's all sorts of cool stuff we can do here. Give away a MacBook.
I like these.
Maybe. Maybe, yeah. Maybe we can actually give away some cool stuff.
If it's a MacBook, I may jump on the challenge as well, Dan.
Oh, that's true. We're PC guys in the office. We just bought new laptops for the office a little while ago. Thank you very much. Okay, the Taycan. Yeah. We could do a ringless voicemail and have the AI answer the phone. People are coming up with all sorts of ideas, okay? Like, guys, if you know someone inside your family that runs a business, a cousin or whatever, just send it out to them, okay? It's the easiest way for them to understand it, right? And they might go, listen, it's not for me right now, but actually know someone else that would be totally up for this, right? The key is start with people in your close circle. Let them know what you're doing, right? They're going to start, if they're family, they're going to start referring you. What's the next step when you actually get a client from this? Well, then you've got to go build it for them, which we can't really talk about today. Yes, Jake's saying when it's done for you, set up for a unique client, 100%. We can do that for DBR, our Sleeping Beauty offer, or we can do it for voice AI. There's loads of stuff we can do. I've something great for inbound with Vappy and it's booking appointments like crazy with this. It's going to be a game changer. I like it, David. Good man. Set this up last week. Need to sort the email triggers. Missed the beginning of the video. He's already done it, mate. Well done. I posted it in the school group. Someone's saying they don't have lead connector numbers for your country. You couldn't do it if people dial what's a WhatsApp number, could you?
I'm not tried it with WhatsApp. Potentially.
I don't know that answer, mate. We'll have to try and figure it out. It sucks sometimes that you guys can't get the numbers. Blue Ocean guys, like as I said before, this is the first time that many clients are ever going to experience AI, right? And it's going to freaking blow them away. Okay, this is an opportunity because a lot of you people on this call have got the offer of the century in your back pocket. Can we turn any of your old leads into sales using AI and SMS, right? So you could send this out to them and they might not want voice AI, but you can then hit them up with the offer of the century, right? That they should never, ever say no to. So this is just another tool in your arsenal to be able to get yourself some business in, all right? People sending lots of summaries. The video replay is coming in on Friday. All right. Okay, so any questions? We've been going for an hour and a half now. So you're hearing my own voice. So is there any questions you guys have got? We'll just spend 5-10 minutes on that and then we'll go from there. Would it be hard to set this up for plumbers or HVAC? Jim, it's after you land the client, you mean? No, super easy. I mean, that's just simple. Super easy. You just want to get going with the any niche, create one number and send it out to all different types of niches. The clue's in the name. And then when you get them interested, then you can build them a bespoke one. Okay. Yes, Joe, there's a snapshot for this. And it's been already, I'm going to go up here and give you guys a snapshot. There it is. Okay. Those of you who haven't got the snapshot yet, there you go.
No. Nat can pop it in the chat as well.
Nat can pop it in the chat if she's still here. So Ollie has asked if you charge per minute. You can charge any way you want, all right? The thing is that the maximum you're going to pay high level is $97. Absolute maximum. It's unlimited for that, right? So anything you charge over that, and we've said $597 is what's $597 minus 97 is $500 a month in clear profit every month with AI doing all the work. Okay. Who is the best ringless voicemail platform? Edward, no idea, man. Out of my wheelhouse at the moment. Video available Friday. Yes. You don't need a A2P. Edward, do you charge per minute? I think I just asked that. I would send it out to this posted the snapshots above. If you're a Spanish agent, does the prompt need to be in Spanish too? Don't think it does.
No, it's always recommended the prompts is in English because ChatGPT understands the best in English, but it can output in the Spanish language.
Setting up the phone. Do you need to be off the trial account? No, you don't. If you're on the trial still, you can get this going. You've got 30 days to get a client. Hopefully you guys have just signed up.
You should better get the phone number almost instantly.
Yeah.
As well, because you don't need ATP.
I'm doing cold outreach via cold calling. I'm struggling with the gatekeepers. Any ideas how to get past to get this in front of the decision makers? I'm not a cold calling guy, man. I never have been, so I can't really help too much with this. I have the ability to sell this to hundreds of prospects at the same time. I'm stressed about a high volume of fulfillment. Can I use Extendly or high-level Pro Tools to handle all that for my clients? Sheila, like just get one or two, like don't reach out to all of them at the moment, right? Slow down, get one or two clients on board, and then you can go from there, okay? That's a good problem to have at that point in time. As I always say, start slow, do a test, iterate, get the tweaks, learn from it, and then you can start scaling, okay? It would be really kind of haphazard to reach out to 100 of your clients at once and be totally overwhelmed and mess up that relationship, okay? Just start slow. It's $97 per client. That's right, David. So whenever you bring on a new client, you'd set up a new sub account for that client and keep that client in its own sub account. You wouldn't try and have all of these clients inside your agency sub account. That just wouldn't work, okay? Once again, Dan, we can't copy in can you please drop them in school, please? There's going to be a replay and we'll get everything in the replay on Friday, if that makes sense.
The prompt is in the voice agent in your snapshot as well.
Oh,
So
yeah.
you can amend it in there.
Okay. 1K plus 499 pricing based on your personal experience. And do you think that pricing would work in a warm audience, previous buyers? Yeah. I mean, see how it goes, right? Like when you think about it, if you're charging $500 a month, you're making 400 recurring, and it's replacing, and it's caught like if they make, let's say it's solar or, HVAC or something, right? If they make one job a month from this, it's going to pay for himself. Plus, they're going to save money on having a receptionist or hiring someone to answer the phone for them. Do you know what I mean? And it means they can get out on their roof, on their roof or installing the HVAC, and they don't have to worry about answering their phone all the time. It's all going to be done automatically. So it's not about how much money they're going to make, it's how much money they're going to save as well.
Basic admin stuff in the UK now, minimum is 23K because of minimum wage. So that's a lot cheaper than hiring someone to answer the phones.
Yeah. The 97 unlimited includes so remember, we're not using Twilio Jack because it's voice. All right. If you're doing conversation AI or using our database reactivation stuff, then you have to pay for SMS on top of that as well, right? But like it's voice AI. So the maximum you'll ever pay is $97. I don't know how much longer HighLevel will keep that in, right? Because it's ridiculously cheap if you're doing this for lots of clients, okay? When you get a biz interested, do they forward their business number to the HighLevel number? Yeah, that's a good question. Like that's more on the kind of delivery side, which we're not talking about today. But
I went through it in your
so you can replace their number, or you can get a calling what do you call it, call forwarding happening.
Yeah.
Okay. So you can do one or the other. I think you will be paying $97 a month during the free trial. I think, I don't know. You would have to check and ask support, Kate. Could we promote voice AI as a lead magnet for speaker coach industry? I wonder. Yeah, totally. I mean, you could run a Facebook ad, right? This is how I would do it, and say people can demo voice AI there, and then I would send them the first email that comes in after they've opted in on the Facebook lead ad, and get them, hey, dial this number type thing, and that way it can be an inbound call, and you'll get lots of people giving it a go because it's so hot right now. Yeah. Would you use Facebook lead ads similar to Roy for this? Once a business owner opts in, it triggers the phone connected to the voice AI and dials in 60 seconds. So that sounds like outbound to me. And this is just for inbound. Okay. So I would just do a simple lead form and ask them for their phone number. And then I would text them and say, phone this number type thing. Does that make sense? Just keep it super simple. Don't try and overcomplicate the tech at this stage to get started. You could have that up and running in like a day. Richard's saying, miss the whole show. Can I catch the recording? Yes, you can.
Oh, Rich Jamerson as well. You don't need a trigger. The workflow triggers it for you. So it's just, sorry, the AI agent, the voice agent triggers that workflow for you. So you don't need a trigger in the actual workflow.
Yeah. But Ryan just said $500 per month is 0.7 per hour, 24 hours a day, 30 days. It's dirt cheap for inbound sales. It doesn't take time off. Exactly. This is a no-brainer offer for business owners, right? And they just need to experience it, and then they'll be sold. Okay. I hope you guys had fun today. I certainly did. Really excited for you. Like, we'll be in touch tomorrow and Friday with the replay, and we'll also about the how we're going to sort this competition up. Okay. All right, guys. Thanks so much.
Cheers, guys.
Catch you later. Thanks, Graham. Bye-bye.
Okay, thank you so much for sticking around and watching that. I hope you have understood the power of what we're doing here, okay? The power of what we're able to get our hands on and then show to our potential clients that will pay us great money for this solution, right? I think Graham said on the call that the average kind of labor costs or wage in the UK is £23,000 per year, okay? So if you have to be, if you're a business owner and you're having to hire someone to answer the phone, that's £23,000 that can now be replaced with AI, right? So even if you charge half of that per client, you're doing pretty well. All right, it's a big opportunity. So I'd really recommend you get stuck in and give it a go. For those of you, and this is the first time you're watching my video, I've actually got a book. It's called The Instant AI Agency. And it talks about another offer we put in clients, which is, do you have any old leads we can turn into sales using AI and SMS? I call it the offer of the century. And it's just as good as this voice AI thing. There's a link to my book below. I'd love it if you bought it and checked it out. It's really good stuff. Thanks for sticking around, guys. I'll speak to you soon. Take care.